Hello friends, welcome to the second webinar of this series for Integrated Technology Olympiad 2017. Now this Integrated Technology Olympiad is organized by Rotary Club of Pune Pride, College of Engineering Pune, the Consortium of Virtual Labs at Coep and A4 Technologies Pune. This webinar would give you, of course, an idea about how to plan a project and how to execute a project. While planning a project, you need certain documents to be prepared, and at the time of execution, the execution plan must be ready. So through this webinar, me and my colleague Mahesh Kulkarni would tell you about how to prepare the project plan document and the project execution document. This is a unique opportunity for those who are selected for round 4 of IT Olympiad. In this, the uniqueness is working on a live industrial project. Now, after long discussions with industry and identifying their pain points, we have come out with some problem statements and which we have already put on portal. And I'm aware and I'm sure that you must have seen those problem statements. And now in this round 4, you will be solving these problems systematically. So let me continue talking about this project work. As I told you, it's a unique opportunity. Now while assigning the project to various groups of students, we have made it a point that it must be a heterogeneous group. Now what I mean by heterogeneous is students from different disciplines like mechanical, electrical, electronics, computer and IT, and instrumentation and control should come together as an interdisciplinary group to work on this project. Not only that, the students, those who are working on this project, are from different geographical areas also. For example, a student from Maharashtra would be working in the same group from a student from Tamil Nadu, maybe a student from Assam, maybe a student from Gujarat, so on and so forth. And that's the reason it's a unique opportunity to talk to your colleagues from different colleges. Now, the most important challenge of working on this project is to have a platform which will connect you to the group and the group members. I'll be explaining you how are we going to support you in this project execution phase. The first thing is we will be providing you a mentor from either academics or from industries. The mentor will be assigned to you, and this mentor would help you if you face any difficulty as regards to project. The primary aim of this mentor is not to give you a solution, but to direct you towards the right path. The second thing which we will be providing you is the virtual space. Now we expect that you should use that virtual space for the interaction. On that virtual space, for the registered users, and the mentor is also part of that discussion. Because we wish that the entire discussion should remain as a background information for the assessment also. So please ensure that whatever discussion out of the platform or within the platform should be on that platform always. Now the question is, how do I go to the platform where the virtual space is there? The URL which you have used for giving the preferences, you can use same URL and your login ID and password. This is one way to go towards that. The second way is to go to our portal of IT Olympiad and you will find an icon, project execution. If you go to project execution, you can put your login name and the ID and the password, and you can start using the space. Please be careful about using this space because there is a limited space available. So do not upload documents of huge size. The third thing which we will be giving you and expecting from you is the professional aspects of working on a project. Now this is the point which is being told to us by many companies as far as the graduating engineers are concerned. We are attempting towards inculcating the professional aspects of execution of the project. And what I mean by professional aspect is to have a discipline and maintaining the timelines. Now this is very, very important as far as this project is concerned. Now what we will be talking about is the space is available, the mentor is available, execution plan is available. Start working on the project and enjoy the project. Now I'll be talking about the do's and don'ts, or desirables and prohibitive things while doing the project. As far as do's or desirable things are concerned, please ensure that you are using this unique facility for active collaboration in a decent manner. Present your work as a team and not as an individual, because it's a teamwork. Ensure active collaboration of all, and I'm sure that the examinations are on the corner. Some of you might be involved in examinations, but those who are not involved in the examination should have more time on the project, and others can join afterwards. Make sure that you get support from all the members, and do not forget to follow the timelines. Now what is important is you have to follow strict confidentiality as far as the data which we will be providing to you. What I mean by strict confidentiality is because these project or the problem statements are from industries, and there is a possibility that the industry mentor may give you the data which is confidential in nature. So if the tag attached to the data is confidential, please do not disclose that data out of your group. There are certain things which now I'm going to explain you as prohibitive. Now what I mean by prohibitive is these are not to be done. One is personal discussion or exchange of information not related to the project. Please understand, the technology which you are using has got a lot of potential. Do not misuse this potential of the technology. Do not misuse the contact details, because all the contact details of your mentor, either academic or industrial, and the team members are with you. Please do not misuse them. Please do not have an overcommitment as far as these statements are concerned or the timelines are concerned, and use of unparliamentary language is strictly banned on this platform. I wish to confirm and reassure that there will not be any discrimination on the basis of gender, region, religion, etc. This is most important as far as desirables and prohibitive things about the project is concerned. Now I'll be explaining you the project description section which is being prepared by Mr. Mahesh Kulkarni, who is from A4 Technologies. The first slide, which is section 1 for the project description. We expect you to use this section to describe the project allocated to your team. Now this would serve as a quick reference for rest of the document by the mentor or by anybody who is using that document. What do we mean by requirements is, as the problem statement is given to you, the project description is with you, deliverables are with you. Based on that, you have to break down project description into as many small requirements as possible, so as to identify system components and also identify other design parameters. Now this is very, very essential to convert this entire huge project into a modular form, because there are participants in your group which are from different domains sitting at different locations, and that's the reason if you have a nice modular approach towards this project execution, this will help you to improve your efficiency. Then each requirement you can have unique numbers, so that while preparing that document it would serve the purpose, like 1.1, 1.1.1, so on and so forth. Now whenever you are doing this, you can take help of any standard template of any internationally reputed journal paper. and after that should provide list of numbered requirements. Now in this key components, you will be providing list or block diagram of key system components. Now this is where it's a high-end document which describes what exactly will be your approach and how do you want to go about it. Let me take two examples, one from the process plant side or hardware initiated project, and second from a software related issue. For example, in a sugar plant, you can have a block diagram comprising of crusher, drive for the crusher, associated control system and sensors. This would become a high level block schematic of crusher in a sugar plant. Or in typical ERP software, you can break it into components like CRM, inventory, accounts, purchase, HR, etc. Now while doing it, we expect you to describe purpose of each component in less than 200 words. Now, my friends, please understand, we are putting some restrictions on you. These are the constraints. And the reason for those constraints is to understand how quickly you can elaborate your project. So, describe that purpose of each component in less than 200 words and describe key user roles in less than 500 words. Now, whenever we say key user roles, means each block, what is the role of that block in less than 500 words. Also, describe data flow across the components using different use cases. What I mean by use cases is, if suppose some information is passing from crusher, how much is the sugarcane available, to the drive, so you will come to know how much time it takes to crush that particular sugarcane. This is called as the data flow. This would be true for the software component also. Now I'll be talking about high level design. Now what I mean by high level design is, you can provide is any possible forms of high level design of the solution. Now what I mean by high level solution is, this particular high level solution will include integration of components described in the above system. So in the previous slide, what we talked about is the description of the system. Then in this particular high level design, you will have flow of material from input component to the end component giving the final output. Or you can describe here deployment architecture of a software system. I'll take you to the low level design once you have completed the high level design. Means now you will be moving from, it's a top down approach wherein you have cleared, conceived and completed the high level design. Now you have to break those into a low level design. So what is there in low level design? In the low level design, you have to provide all required forms of low level design of the solution. For example, a class diagram, database schema, etc. Or you can provide details regarding data processing models like batch jobs, stored procedures, etc. The idea is to provide details of associated notifications of systems, logging component details, and report generation facilities. We expect you to provide here details of user interface like mocks or wireframes. Now, in a particular case, just to explain you about the low level design, you will be writing basic equations and a mathematical model for the system. For that, what you have is drawings of the plant and the plant components, which will come under low level design. In this slide, I'll explain you about technologies and tools. It is extremely important to make the assessors or the evaluators aware about the technologies which you are going to use and the tools which you are going to suggest, because the implementation part of the project, which will come after 21st of January, is very much essential for the owner of the plant to understand the feasibility of the solution. And that's the reason we expect you to provide details of technology stack plan for developing the solution or any associated tool required for this, and along with that, please provide the reasons for selecting the given technology stack and the associated tools. In this section, I'll be telling you about proof of concept. Now, proof of concept means a small part of the project which can be executed and to be shown as proof of concept. Now, in this case, you can describe proof of concept planned or conducted while preparing this solution document and the reason for conducting the proof of concept of this project. What is important here is, if you feel and your group is confident about the execution of the project, you must have done a lot of homework. Now, you have to propose that homework and explain it to the mentor and the committee of experts that what is the effort which you have put in as proof of concept. In this section, we will be talking about deliverables. Friends, you must be aware that you have been given a project description and the deliverables. The meaning of the word deliverables means what is that which we expect from you as the outcome of this entire project execution cycle. So we expect you to write down as a document the list of deliverables that this solution will produce when put to implementation, so that the assessors or evaluators will be in a better position to judge your project. For example, manufacturing of equipment, integration of procured modules, erection and commissioning of the suggested plant or the special purpose machine, and after that you will be taking the product trial. This would be your deliverable. There could be another instance wherein if you have a software, the deliverables would be code base of the solution, document for user guide, database schema, user interface using HTML or CSS files. These are the deliverables. In the next section, we will be talking about quality assurance and quality control. Now, this is extremely important while planning and executing the project, that you have taken enough care to ensure quality. Now, what is important here is how are you going to effectively ensure quality of the solution. So please provide us a plan to ensure quality of the solution. For example, what will be the accuracy of the system? What will be the consistency of this system? The performance of the system and the security of the system. We expect you also to provide a plan about how to verify different quality aspects of the system. Now, this is extremely important to ensure that the project will be successful. Next is about third-party systems. If you propose to use any third-party systems, please provide all the details about third-party systems. For example, in one of the project, if you are using a payment gateway, which you are not going to build again and you will be using from somewhere, please mention such things which are considered while designing this solution. This is extremely important for the industries which are likely to implement these projects to understand the feasibility of these third-party systems. Next is about the supporting artifacts. Now, in this, we expect you to provide names of the documents which are produced. For example, reports from POC projects, estimation sheets, analysis documents, survey reports, or you can include anything which is there as a document which you have used. Friends, please keep this in mind that this document would help the mentor to make sure that you are on the right track and the feasibility of the project, planning of the project, and the execution of the project would be guaranteed. In this section, we expect you to write the acknowledgements and references. I am sure many people will help you in designing this solution. Your faculty members from respective colleges, I'm sure they would be interested in working with you. We expect you to provide all those who have helped you in completing this particular task. Also, we expect that provide list of documents, website, books, magazines or journals referred while designing the solution. Friends, it is utmost important that the format used for describing these references must be as per any standard international journal, for example, IEEE. In this section, you will be announcing about the IP protection. It's equally important that it's an intellectual property right. While using the documents from the website, using the documents, you might have used some documents which are intellectual property of somebody. It is extremely important that you have to declare that we are not violating any third-party intellectual property rights while producing this document or while producing any document supporting this document. Now, this is extremely important from the point of view of legal aspects also, and that's the reason. We also want you to declare that you have not violated any third-party copyright while producing this document or while producing any documents supporting this document. Now friends, I'll be explaining you the project plan document template. Now this project plan document template is extremely important in view of execution of the project. Now we expect you to share this document with your mentor and make sure that you are following the document. In this, we expect you to just copy and paste the project description for evaluators' quick reference. In this slide, we expect you to mention name and URL for the solution document. Friends, please keep this in mind. You will be putting this entire exercise and the documents on the virtual space or a shared space, wherein it would be easy for the evaluators to look at your documents. That's the reason solution document reference is extremely essential. Now, while you are implementing the system, it is necessary that you should say that this is in scope and this is not in scope. So we expect you to describe scope of the solution in scope or not in scope, which will give us clear idea that this is what you have done included and this is what you have not included, which is not in your scope. Now, as regards to milestones and deliverables, we expect you to provide table of milestones. Now, milestones will play a very vital role in the project planning. The reason for this is you can check the progress of the group, whether you are working as per the schedule or not. Now, this milestones could be week 1, week 2, or it could be day wise also, and the corresponding deliverables you have to attach to that particular week or day. For example, prototype 1 would be the requirement as 1, 2.3, 2.1, etc. Or prototype 1 with database schema and user interface design would be done on day 5. Similarly, as far as the special purpose machines are concerned, manufacturing of equipment could be a milestone. Integration of procured modules, erection and commissioning, product trial. Now please understand, these milestones and deliverables will give clear idea to the executor that whether this would be successful or not. In risk and mitigations, it is quite natural that there is a possibility that the project may fail or the project execution may slide. In such a case, we expect you to provide the lists of possible risks in the project and the mitigation plans to mitigate the risk. It is said that while executing the project, you should plan for the best and prepare for the worst. And that's the reason. In case of mitigating those risks, what do you wish to do is important for all of us here. In this project planning document, we expect you to mention people who helped in designing this solution. Also provide list of documents, websites, books, magazines, journal, refereed while designing the solution in a standard format. We expect that you need not and should not violate any third-party intellectual property rights. So we want you to declare that you have not used or violated any third-party intellectual property rights while producing this document or while producing any document supporting this document. आता मी सुरू करते. Now, in case of evaluation criteria, you must be aware that how will you be evaluated as a group. Friends, please be attentive as far as this part of the evaluation criteria is concerned. Now we have quality of deliverables 40%, mentor rating 20%, originality of the solution 20%, and quality of supporting artifacts 20%. So in short, each deliverable is going to have an evaluation criteria. For example, in case of quality deliverables, what we wish to see is we wish to see the completeness of the document which you have shared with us. Please make sure that you have used simple and correct English. Quality of diagrams are equally important as the evaluation factor, and the clear list of assumptions is essential, which will have quality of deliverables for 40%. Then I'll continue. Then in this case, as far as mentor ratings are concerned, mentor will be assessing you online because he will be part of that virtual space and he will be observing how the team is functioning, and that's the reason. The mentor will rate you for 20% for teamwork. Punctuality means you have adhered to the schedules, adhered to the meetings. I'm sure that there is a possibility that you may not attend the meeting, but it's a standard practice in a professional environment that you should intimate it to the team members that I'm sorry, because of some assignment, I cannot attend this meeting. Now this is very, very important as far as punctuality is concerned. Proactive and team communication skill is equally important, and the technology skills. For example, a group is working in which what are the technology skills that group possesses? Friends, be aware of the fact that the selected projects in the finale would be used for execution in an industry. And there is a possibility that you would be part of that team. And that's the reason mentor rating is important. The next is originality of the solution. Now, unfortunately, in the projects which normally in any academic institution is being done, it's cut and paste. Now, this is not what we expect from you. We want original solutions. Means we want innovation and value addition. There is a possibility that a ready-made solution might be available to a problem statement given to you. That doesn't mean that you should just copy that problem solution and paste it here. That's where we are giving you 20% weightage for originality of the solution. And lastly, we are giving you 20% for quality of supporting artifacts. It is extremely essential that you should have a very good documentation for the solution which you are supporting. So the documentation like amount of research done for deriving the solution, quality and quantity of data gathered for required analysis, which will form the quality of supporting artifacts. And this is how we are going to evaluate you. Day 0, we are going to call day 0 as project kickoff, wherein your mentor will be assigned to you and your entire team would be on board. The first mentor review would be in between day 7 to day 10, wherein you will explain the progress to your mentor. The second mentor review would be in between day 17 to 20. The third mentor review would be in between 27 to 30, and the final submission would be 37 to day 40. So in other words, the last date and time of submission would be 30th of December 2016, which is on Friday, till 12 p.m. Friends, I expect you to adhere to the timelines, which is very, very important, because after that day and in between the finale, We have to do lot many things as evaluators or core committee members sitting in Pune, because we have to assess the reports which you have submitted. We have to take feedback from your mentors, and then on 10th of Jan, we will be displaying the list of finalists who would be coming to College of Engineering Pune for the finale scheduled on Saturday, the 21st Jan 2017. I'll briefly tell you about round 5. Round 5 would be on 21st Jan Saturday at 10 AM in College of Engineering Pune. Finalist projects, as I told you, will be announced before the finale. Hence, it will be good idea to make your travel arrangements beforehand, starting now. Please keep this in mind. Whether you are there in finale or not, you even can book a ticket and attend the finale. Unless you have your own accommodation arrangements in Pune, we will take care of your accommodation on your email request. For that, please write to contact@itolympiad.org if you want accommodation in Pune, specifically in College of Engineering Pune. The last thing about this entire webinar would be, for any queries, in the interest of time, because through this webinar, we cannot have the discussion through the webinar. So please send us email to contact@itolympiad.org with your contact phone numbers so that our team can call you in case of any further information. Please use contact@itolympiad.org only. To conclude this webinar, let me explain you about few initiatives we have taken for this IT Olympiad 2017. The first is, we have called this as a green initiative and a totally digital platform. So you might have noticed that we have not printed any brochure, any catalog, any publicity material for promotion of this integrated technology Olympiad. We want to protect our environment, and that's the reason this decision was taken. The second was, a paradigm shift in education system is coming in, and student must be ready for that. There is a change which is coming in. Now what is that change? This change is the way you are learning. It may not happen that all the time it may not happen that only in classrooms you learn. You learn from your peers also. You learn from various sources, and we want you to give the first time idea about new techniques which are now coming globally in this education sector. The third point, which is very, very important, I want to reiterate as the project chair RCPP IT Olympiad, that this is a novel initiative and we have used a lot of technology. We expect you not to misuse that technology. We have already spoiled many technologies which are initially very good. Friends and my dear students, please ensure that you are not misusing the technologies. You are using those technologies for learning, for the betterment. And the problem statements which we have given, these are the problem statements which are very, very important for our nation. These are the problem statements which my industry friends are facing and not getting supported. Here is the opportunity. You can support them in nation building. Thank you so much. If you face any difficulty, you can write to us at contact@itolympiad.org. Thank you.